I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Lavahound is in one of its worst conditions of all time right now. It is very, very bad in the meta with Little Prince everywhere. I mean, like 80% of games having Little Prince. There's the Archer's evolution, which is flying under the radar, which is a huge problem as well. And you've got tons of bowler everywhere. But speaking of the bowler, I think he may be what we need to just compete in this meta, because he does do a very good job countering the Little Prince and other cards. The problem is the barbarians don't really have a good place in the meta, as they get killed by bowler, which is everywhere, and Little Prince kind of just dominates them, and they just don't really have a spot, and they don't do too well against the types of decks that Little Prince is in. So we are going to be trying out the bowler of all cards, the freaking bowler. Yes, bowler Lavaloon. I don't think I've ever done this before, but the barbs just, they aren't cutting it right now, so we're not running any evolution, which is pretty interesting. I've never ran a non-evolution lava deck since evolutions got released, because barbs have always been really good. But now that the Little Prince just dominates, you know, it's kind of like a spiral. It's like, okay, Little Prince destroys barbs, and Little Prince is everywhere, and bowler is there to counter Little Prince, and the bowler counters the barb. So it's just like the barbs are getting sandwiched and don't really have a place right now. Hopefully in future metas they will, but we'll see. Anyways, on to the game. We're trying to predict an X-bow. I imagine an X-bow would come down pretty soon here. He is going to instead use this, which is very interesting, because that Guardian is not going to make it to the tower, and he's getting nerfed tomorrow. It's a pretty like crappy nerf, let's be honest. He's getting a nerf to his Guardian dash range. So the Guardian currently dashes 5 tiles. It's going to dash 4.5 tiles. I know, right? Isn't that just lovely? What a freaking nerf. Okay, but I assume that will be the first of many nerfs, and we just kind of stomped on this dude. I'll do better like commentary, like trying to explain what I'm doing next game. I was kind of just doing an intro, and this matchup is pretty just going on autopilot, to be honest. You just want to play good offense in single, and since he only has the Little Prince for defense. Oh wait, this is actually gonna wait, hold on. Since he only has this is, why is this actually like scary? Like, hold on, please, can we kill the knights, please, 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 can we, what are we doing, okay, well, it's over. Okay, it's over. The thing with this matchup is pretty simple. He only has the spirits and the Little Prince for defense, so we just want to Lavaloon, ignore one of his X-bows, take a tower, and then go from there. And it's pretty self-explanatory from there, because in double you can fireball zap his Little Prince. So GG's, first game in the books. We've got you from Hut Island up next. Let's see what he's got for us. Zapier alerts. Yes, I did just post a YouTube short. You should make sure to go watch the whole thing, like and comment, because that's going to help us grow in the algorithm. You should also do it on this video as well if you're enjoying this video. So don't forget, if you're still watching, please make sure to hit that like button. It is very helpful to promote us in the algorithm, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, speaking of more like experimental stuff, I'm going to stop doing that kind of video where I did yesterday with the no elixir mode. That's just kind of not where I want to go. I might do experimental stuff in YouTube shorts and see how that works out, but for main videos I'd like to stick to lava and lava variations, as well as top ladder gameplay. And you can also catch us on the Twitch doing top ladder as well. So basically in this matchup, since we don't have the barbs, it's going to be a bit harder to stop like brute force all out pushes. So we want to kind of avoid doing that. Like, we don't want him to get a big P.E.K.K.A push down, because it's going to be more difficult to stop that. We want to apply pressure, and you want to sort of bait him into like applying his own pressure instead of building up a big P.E.K.K.A push. So we want to be timing our lavas very correctly. As you can see, his battle ram is out now. I don't actually think this is going to counter that. Yeah, that was sloppy. It's okay, we don't want to waste any more elixir on the ram. So basically we want to look at what he has the pressure. So he does go P.E.K.K.A in the back. Not a good P.E.K.K.A in my opinion, but since the battle ram is out, that's when we can sack damage. Personally, I do not ever sack a battle ram if I can avoid it. I will tank the bandit and the royal ghost because they only deal a little bit of damage. By a little, I mean half the tower, but the battle ram does like the whole tower. So the evolved archer is actually a big pain in the ass, but we are going to make him spend a lot of elixir dealing with our push. So that means he can't back up his P.E.K.K.A, and the P.E.K.K.A is going to die to our tombstone. So a very rookie mistake by the opponent, which is just, it's kind of a mirror of what happens to us, if you think about it. Like, if we go with a bad lava in the back, we just end up having to play defense, and then we can't back up the lava, and he counters it with, like, a +4 trade like the little prince. So that's kind of what happened with his P.E.K.K.A. As you could see, we just got the +4 trade with the tombstone, and everything worked out, and all we need to do is get a death bomb here, so we could just push with the skelly drags, and now we can just play defense. Since we got that death bomb, beautiful. We want to play our bowler. I'm going to play it kind of like up high in the middle so we can be helping out against both lanes. So the battle ram does come in there, but with only 6 seconds left, we can just zap, and we didn't even need to zap because the bowler did a nice job there penetrating. Oh, I love it when he does that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Next up, we've got LMA Mark. Very interesting way to spell Mark, and he's from Lamarck Army, which, okay. Well, that's definitely one way to flare yourself up there. This is just a pretty simple lava, because if he goes tombstone like that low, usually anybody that goes with tombstone, I'm just going to go lava the other lane so we can use our balloon to get some good value. And assuming I was about to say assuming it's graveyard, it is E-Giant, which is definitely not very fun, but honestly it might even be better than graveyard, because graveyard is going to be hard to stop when we have the bowler instead of the barbs. You can't do that, buddy. You can't do that. That's not how the anti-NATO position works. However, we're still not going to take the tower here. Actually, we can fireball there, because the balloon death bomb actually killed the little prince, or hit the little prince, so we're able to kill him with the fireball. That's pretty nice there. If your opponent ever uses the building early, we can always use that anti-NATO position to avoid getting pulled to the king tower, as you can see there. So we're going up a whole tower against E-Giant, and that's probably even going to seal the game if we could just manage to play good enough defense. The bowlers meet at the bridge. He does go in with an E-Giant. Not too big of a deal. We're just trying to kill this bowler. Weird tornado. The skelly drags aren't even targeting the E-Giant. Just an interesting tornado. I mean, it is an E-Giant player. After all, we can't expect him to make, like, really good plays. Come on, he's playing E-Giant. You got to dumb yourself down a little bit to play E-Giant. But we're going to be fine with him using that. I mean, he's kind of down a ton of elixir, which is nice because we're going to be able to... we're going to have to, spend 3 extra elixir dealing with the little prince. So it's any place we can go to get extra elixir is going to be very nice. And actually, that reminds me, the tornado kind of made that an even trade. So he did a bad tornado and gave us a +3 elixir, and then we spent it right back on dealing with the prince. So he's not back to his Evo archers just yet, which is a good thing for us. I could have actually done my tombstone one more tile to the right, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to get the job done. Bowler on bowler action. Bowler, I have to admit, maybe the barbs are worse against graveyard and certain goblin giant decks, but the bowler is definitely helping out against other bowler decks, and that's a big thing because bowler is everywhere right now. And we could just get bowler on bowler act. Who doesn't love bowler on bowler action, first of all? But we can kind of just stall opponents' bowlers out, but just using our own bowler. So you typically, when you have barbs, bowler gets like no value, and it's really hard to deal with. But when we have our own bowler, it kind of just like makes the other bowler irrelevant. So beautiful win right there. Pretty much winning in single off of that beautiful balloon placement. Tombstone first play, we've got arrows on the tombstone. Usually means a sort of graveyard beatdown deck. That's like always what that means, okay? If somebody arrows your tombstone, it's like always some sort of giant graveyard deck, or maybe just like... It's always Giant Graveyard. I don't even know what to tell you. And Giant Graveyard's like one of the best and most common decks in the meta. Why would you summon the Guardian? This is the one advantage we have. I'll be real. These players are ass. I just have to say it. They're boosted. Their decks are so good that they are boosted by them. So they're not playing very well. Once we get to top ladder, you know, it's gonna get harder. But for now, it's going to be fine because our opponents are going to make quite a few mistakes, and they're just honestly not on our skill level. To put it frankly, I don't want to be egotistical or anything, but yeah, I mean, Giant Graveyard's one of the most common decks in the meta with the Little Prince and the Evo Archers, and it is such a good deck. But I think the bowler really helps out. Once again, we're facing a bowler, so the bowler in our deck is making it easier to face off against bowlers. And honestly, it helps against the Little Prince. Bowler's a great counter to the Little Prince. It can help against the archers as well, and against goblins and everything. It's just a nice addition to Lava Hound. I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't really played much bowler, but I'm really enjoying it as of right now. So we're going to have to go with our balloon here, and then we're just going to have to kind of commit to this push, because I'm a bit scared that if we don't kill this Little Prince, we are just going to lose the game straight up. So now he's going to well, as you can see, if I would have left the Little Prince alive, yep, he would have just arrowed it anyways. So instead we try in tower trade, and it is successful, obviously, but that's why we have to commit to our lava push once we lava, because if we lava and then try and play defense, we're most of the time not going to defend perfectly anyways, because we're down 7 elixir, and at the same time our lava isn't going to do anything. So you either need to pick the right time to lava and then fully back it up, or don't go lava. So we decided to tower trade there. We're going to go with the Skelly Drags up here. He does not have a counter to the Skelly Drags in this deck. This deck has arrows snowball typically, and we're just going to fireball to take out the archers. I don't know if he was trying to go archers on our lava, but the archers power shot, their special ability, only works if they are far away from the target. So he did not get the special ability from the archers on the balloon there, and so we're going to get a nice 380 damage from that bowler as well on the tower, which is nice, cleaning up the giant as well. But unfortunately, it takes our tombstone down to basically no health, and I expect a punish here. We're going to go Mega Minion and Skelly Drag and hopefully take out this bowler. We're taking a lot of, okay, it's not a lot of damage, it's okay. We got 2 towers plus the skellies. I'm worried about the next push though, because I don't think we're going to be able to break through here. I'm going to go balloon though. Maybe I should have fireballed. I probably should have fireballed there, because if we get the Little Prince out, he doesn't have 3-card cycle. I probably should have done that, and we have to go ahead and zap this guy so he dies. I don't know if he would have died of that drag, but yeah, this is what I'm worried about. So we take him down to 536, but now we've got to deal with this counter push, and the giant is really, really hard to kill when I don't have DPS in my deck, and he's back to the archers. Damn, I feel like I just dealt with those archers, and now he's back. Oh, no, I lined my bowler in the tower, dude. I'm so stupid. Okay, we got a tombstone back here to make sure the bowler isn't hitting our tower anymore. Nice. Okay, we pushed that bowler back as far as like humanly possible there, and we're gonna take this fireball, and even with snowball, I don't think he's gonna be able to take us out of the death bomb range. Zapping here, tombstoning, please bomb go off. Thank you. That was a lot more stressful than it needed to be. GG's. That was a very tight matchup right there. Facing off against Daddy King. Bro, that name. Okay, well, anyways, he claims he's the god of Royale, so we'll see about that. Waiting for him to make the first play. It is archers split again. It's typically, I mean, it could be a lot of things. Archers are very popular right now, and great, it's the same deck. Typically, I don't keep like the same matchups in the same video because it gets boring and stale, but this is a difficult matchup, and it is everywhere right now. So I definitely am just going to keep it in here because it's good for you guys to see this, because you're going to go up against it a ton. So he uses the Little Prince there. Not the craziest Little Prince. I mean, we do get like 700 damage off that bowler, so I mean, I'm fine. We're going to fireball this guy early so that he doesn't have a chance to pop the ability. And I mean, all in all, that worked out pretty nice there. We're going to deal with the giant by just going with the bowler. Again, giants are really tough to deal with because I don't have a DPS unit. The good thing is, with this version of Graveyard being a bit more popular than Splash Yard right now, we can actually use the Skelly Drags to deal with the graveyards because he doesn't have a counter to them. Like in Splasher, they have poison, so they can kill the skeleton dragons, but Arrow's Snowball does not kill the skeleton dragons. So that's really good for us. We can actually counter a graveyard. Look at that. We don't have to just like take 3,000 damage from a graveyard. Yay. Okay, well we're gonna need to do what I was talking about last game. We do need to back up this push. We're going to see what he does here. I'm going to go Skelly Drags. I assume he will pop the ability. Yeah, he's just a second late, though. And we are going to... Yep, zap, definitely. I was debating zapping... I should have done it, like, right off the bat. But he did use a Snowball, which kind of gives us extra elixir, too. We're not going to overcommit to this push, though, because he does have arrows, and he should be using them any second now. He does use the arrows. Okay, so we are in a good spot. We're only down 400. Gonna make sure we deal with this giant because I do not want to take excess damage from the giant. Definitely not. Okay, and he doesn't get the second hit, so the tombstone's still on the board. Problem is we are now going to have to deal with the evolved archers. I guess evolved archer singular because we did deal with the one in the left lane. I am just going to go Skelly Drags and then I think Bowler, honestly, here. I think we can defend this. The hope is that the Bowler will hit this archer, and it looks like it won't, sadly. Oh, it does. Beautiful. Okay, we actually cleaned that up. And on the flip side, if he's going to spend all of his elixir on offense, he can't deal with the lava, so the lava is just going to sit there. And big mistake from the opponent. He went all in, took a gamble, decided to go all in on offense. It didn't work out, and we were able to punish him there. So beautiful timing on my Lava Hound there, and we were able to beat this graveyard deck, which is taking over the meta twice in a row. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to use code INVADER in the shop.